Hey Chiefs Kingdom, are you seeing this? The AFC West just got flipped upside down? Or did it really? Because while everyone's hyping up the Denver Broncos after last season, the sportsbooks are still riding with the Kansas City Chiefs. And that tells you everything you need to know. This is where it gets interesting. Denver made noise, they made moves, and they even grabbed headlines. But when it comes to real trust, real dominance, and real legacy, the Chiefs are still sitting on that throne. And today, we're breaking down exactly why that hasn't changed. So stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you might fire you up even more about this upcoming season. And trust me, you're going to want to hear how this all connects back to Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the dynasty that just won't die. The conversation around the AFC West shifted last season, no doubt about it. The Broncos stepped up, made a push, and forced people to pay attention. But let's not rewrite history too fast. The Kansas City Chiefs are still the standard. Even after all that Denver momentum, betting markets still have the Chiefs as the favorites. That's not by accident. That's respect earned over years of dominance, consistency, and clutch performances when it matters most. And if you're a true Chiefs fan, you already know this isn't about hype. This is about proven greatness. The kind that doesn't disappear after one competitive season from a rival. Now let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. Across major sportsbooks, Kansas City is still leading the AFC West odds. That means the experts, the people putting real money on the line, still believe in this team. Denver is close, sure, but close isn't first. And in the NFL, especially in a division as competitive as this, being second means you're still chasing. And that's exactly where the Broncos are right now, chasing the Chiefs, just like they've been doing for nearly a decade. Think about that for a second. The Chiefs dominated this division for 9 straight years before anyone even came close to breaking through. That's not luck, that's a dynasty. And dynasties don't just disappear because one team had a good run. They adapt, they reload, and they come back stronger. That's what makes Kansas City so dangerous right now. Because while everyone's watching Denver rise, the Chiefs are quietly preparing to remind the entire league who runs the AFC West. Now, let's address the big factor everyone's talking about, quarterback health. Denver's Bo Nix has been dealing with an ankle injury, and while reports say he's recovering, that still raises questions. In the NFL, especially at the quarterback position, health is everything. One setback can change an entire season, and sportsbooks know that. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes is getting healthier, sharper, and more locked in. And if that doesn't scare the rest of the division, it should. Here's the thing about Mahomes, he doesn't need perfect conditions to dominate. We've seen him win with injuries, with new receivers, and under pressure. So when you give him time to recover and reload, that's when things get dangerous for everyone else. And let's not forget who's calling the plays, Andy Reid. One of the greatest minds in football, still leading the charge. That combination alone is enough to keep the Chiefs at the top. Now, Denver fans might argue that their team is being underrated. And honestly, there's some truth to that. They've built a solid roster. They added weapons, improved their offense, and brought in new talent. On paper, they look like a real contender. But paper doesn't win games. Execution does. Experience does. And Kansas City has both. Let's talk about that Jalen Waddle addition for a second. That's a big move, no doubt. Pairing him with Courtland Sutton gives Denver a strong receiving duo. That's the kind of upgrade that can change an offense. It gives Bo Nix more options and more flexibility. But again, it's potential, not proof. And until it translates consistently on the field, it's just another what if. Meanwhile, the Chiefs don't deal in what ifs. They deal in results, championships, deep playoff runs. And that's why sportsbooks aren't ready to hand the division over to Denver just yet. Because respect in the NFL isn't given, it's taken. And Kansas City has been taking it for years. Now let's bring in another piece, rookie running back Jonah Coleman. Denver's trying to build a more balanced offense. Adding a physical runner like Coleman could help take pressure off the quarterback. That's a smart move. But rookies are unpredictable. Some shine early, others take time. And again, that uncertainty plays into how teams are evaluated. The Chiefs, on the other hand, have a system that consistently produces results regardless of who steps in. That's coaching. That's culture. That's what separates good teams from great ones. And right now, Kansas City is still in that great category until proven otherwise. What really stands out here is the mindset of the betting market. They're not just looking at last season, they're looking at the bigger picture. Consistency, leadership, playoff performance, all of it matters. And Kansas City checks every box. Denver is improving, no doubt. But improving doesn't automatically mean surpassing. And that's the gap they still need to close. Let's be real for a second. Chiefs Kingdom, do you feel disrespected by this conversation? Or does it just motivate you more? Because for me, this feels like fuel. Like the league is waiting for Kansas City to fall. And it just hasn't happened. And every time people start doubting, this team responds in the loudest way possible. That's what champions do. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the sportsbooks got it right? Are the Chiefs still the team to beat in the AFC West? Or do you believe Denver is actually a bigger threat than people think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is only heating up as we get closer to the season. At the end of the day, this isn't just about odds. It's about identity. It's about legacy. And right now, the Kansas City Chiefs still own that identity in the AFC West. Until someone proves otherwise on the field, not on paper, not in headlines, the crown stays in Kansas City. So if you're hyped for this season, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Chiefs fan you know. Because one thing's for sure, the road to the AFC West title still runs through Kansas City. And this team isn't going anywhere.